So, yeah, obviously the auto generation is just... This ought to be fun taxiing at night. All these lights everywhere. Oh, googly moogly. Hello everybody, and welcome to part 2, or rather leg 2, of flying the Oregon Cascade to Central Mountain Range. Today we have a lot of mountains to cover, so I've already gone ahead and restarted the engines, got everything all warmed up, and we're ready for taxi. Target number 1 will be Mount Jefferson, right about that. As well as we're going to be exploring, let's see if I can do this from memory, Broken Top, Hogg Rock, which is Hoodoo Ski area, Mount Washington, Three Sisters, Three-Fingered Jack, and Mount Bachelor, and then Diamond Peak, and then after Diamond Peak, let's see, what happens after Diamond Peak? Probably Crater Lake, and then we'll land at Chiloquin for another bathroom rest break. So, let's go ahead and taxi. Let's get the weather right quick.
Sierra Tree, automated weather observation, 1900 Zulu. Wind, 145 at 8.
Ooh.
Visibility, 9er. Sky condition, clear. Temperature, 15 Celsius. Dew point, 13 Celsius. Altimeter 29er
9er2.
Sierra Tree,
right.
automated weather
Right.
observation,
We got it.
1900.
Okay, so we got all that. So winds picked up 145 at 8, say. It looks like the wind's picked up a little bit, so we're going to go ahead and just use, we'll probably still use 1.6, that's fine. Okay, looks like we are ready to go. Go ahead and hit the parking brake. Maybe. Oh, come on now. Alright, parking brake is released, and here we go. Okay, saw some planes running around here. Uh-huh. Okay, everyone's behaving themselves. Everyone's sitting tight. Excellent. Can we... That's the runway itself, so we can just go ahead and use this taxiway, it looks like. I do not have an airport taxi diagram, so... Oops, sorry. Sorry about that, getting you dizzy, folks. I think we can do this. I think we can have a cheeky, sneaky, peeky over here. Easy. I don't know who painted these lines, but talk about some snake row painting. Actually, I think I'm supposed to be out. No? That's the problem with these auto-generated airports. Sometimes things can be just a little bit wonky. Microsoft, get a hold of yourself. Sort yourself out. So, yeah, obviously the auto-generation is just... This ought to be fun taxiing at night. All these lights everywhere. Oh, googly moogly. We'll pretend this is the center line here. There should be a little run-up apron up here for us. Actually, that may have been it right there to our left, but I think there's another one here. Or, correction. I thought that was the one to the left, but I think here to the right. Look at those lines. Really? Really? Okay, so. Uh-oh. Looks like that's a hold line right there. Well, that's a hold line. What do you say? One wins at 145. I think we can kind of cheeky sneaky over here a little bit here. Yeah, we could probably get a fudge away with this. Try and get my view here set up, guys. be so much better when I get a real sim cockpit. Set parking brake. Okay, time for the run-up. Parking brake set controls fully back. Center nearest tank. Props full increase. Mag drop, 1700 RPM. Go ahead and tap on the brakes because I know my... Whoa, hang on. Come on, parking brakes. We're not going to use our parking brakes. We're just going to use the manual brakes here. 1700 RPM. Mag drop, both. Yep, back to both. And then right mag. Back to both. We did have a slight RPM drop. Excellent. Throttle lever, manifold, or field pressure. That's 29. Verify amp load. Yes, we are charging. Verify 2100 RPM. That's close enough. Engine instruments in the green. Sections in the green. Soil, oil temperature, and cylinder head temperature within the reins. Prop governor test. We'll throttle at 1500. Prop test, cycling. And push it back, and we have full recovery. And 1200. Oh, actually, let's go ahead and make sure it idles. And it does, and 1200 RPM. Okay, so before takeoff, doors and windows are shut. Fuel selector, center or nearest tank, or fullest tank. We are using a front tank. Boost pumper, boost pump on. PO heat not required. Elevator trim, slightly nose up. Excellent. Mixture will be full rich. Prop full forward. Carb heat's cold. Takeoff flaps, yes please. You guys can't see the animation down there, but that's alright. So flap to take off. Check gyro compass. So we are at say 147, 148. Oh yeah. This is completely off. Excellent. Love it. That's why you check these things. Altimeter set local. Autopilot. We'll reprogram it for 9500 just in case. Remember, the more knobs and switches you can do on the ground here, the faster it's all going to be and a lot less of a workload. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put on our, for safety first, put on landing lights, strobes, and navi lights. Mantis traffic. De Havilland 900 Kill Alpha, taking off 16 East departure, Madras. Alright, let's go. Yeah, no one's there. Fuel pump's on. Lights, camera, action. Okay, before we round this out, what we'll do right quick. Coming. Clear. Sock says it is indeed blowing just a little bit more, but that's fine. Okay. And here we go. Full power. They'll lift off on its own. Excellent. Go ahead and pitch for 90. We'll get to 3,000 feet. We'll go ahead and turn east. Go ahead and take off 1 notch flaps. Trim. Oh, lag. Wish Microsoft would fix that. Alright, we are turning east. About 500 feet, so we'll go ahead and dial in climb power. Excellent. Trim up again. Go. There's our target, Mount Jefferson. Tour number, flyby number 1, I guess. And we'll go full flaps retract. Trim again. Always with the trimming. Okay, so we are in climb. Flaps are in climb. Ah, they're up, but that's alright. Boost pump off. Oh, yes, please. Turn that noisy bugger off. Landing lights off. Still keep our Navi lights on. Safety first. Never hurts. Fuel selector. Fuels tank. And here we go. So we're climbing. We'll do 30 inches at 2,000 RPM. Excellent. And we're almost at 4,000 feet, so I'll go ahead and pull the mixture back ever so slightly. Alright, Mount Jefferson, here we come, people. So, we took off about 11:30. Correction, it's about more 11:40 a.m.-ish thereabouts. Hopefully we get most of these mountains busted out before it gets dark. Lake 3 will be probably Mount McLaughlin and a few other ones down in our southern Oregon area. Then it'll be the long journey home. We'll cut across Medford, go over to probably Gold Beach, and then fly back up the coast. It's maybe dark by the time we get to do that. I don't know. This is a long day. Long series here. Okay. Engine, instruments, green, suction, green. Airspeed's looking good. Climbing up about 800 feet per minute. That's a little aggressive. Knock that back a little bit. Yeah, it's a little windy. Should be able to climb by up to 9,500 feet by the time we get there. Although technically we're going westbound, so it would be even 1,000 plus 500. 126, and then just faster go the other way. Zoom out so I can see the terrain outside. Oh, don't do that. 150, I believe.
And 77 for 2152.
Yes, we did get that right. All right. Just in case, we're on Betson, just in case if controllers pop up and we get some flight following, I highly doubt it.
Fox 73, correct, 21.
You never know. Other things have happened. Okay. I don't think I'll do autopilot right now. We'll hold off on that. Let's keep this thing trimmed in here. So Mount Jefferson is 10,497 feet, is one of the mountain tops here in Oregon that has not blown its top yet. No ski resorts for Mount Jefferson. Never hiked it. I have hiked the South Sisters IRL, which is that bugger, I think. Oh, I say it looks different from over here, but that could be Bachelor, actually. I don't know. We'll have to get closer. No, that's one of them should be the Sisters. Anyways, I've hiked the South Sisters IRL. Might see some photos of that if I feel like scanning them in. Okay, everything's going good. Fuel's good. Engine's all good. Looks pretty good outside, coming up to 6,000 feet. Sitting fairly well, fat Dom and happy. So we'll have Mount Jefferson, and then just south of Jefferson should be Broken Top. Pretty sure it's broken. No, it's Three Finger Jack, you donkus. So it'll be Mount Jefferson, Three Finger Jack, which should be that guy right there. That looks like Three Finger Jack. Down on the other side of Three Finger Jack, we got the Hoodoo Ski area and what they call Hogg Rock. Nasty bit of stretch of highway in the wintertime. It can get pretty nasty. Although I would still take Santiam Pass driving a truck versus Mountain Hood any day. Mountain Hood, you got Blue Box Mountain Pass. It just goes up and down like 4 or 5 times, where there's Santiam Pass is pretty much a straight shot. Single pole all the way up to the top of the hill and just drops down into Sisters area. When I'm driving, I much prefer, if I have to, come over this way. I much rather prefer jumping over the Santiam Pass versus Mountain Hood. Top tip for you. Although if you're an old school truck driver, if it was clear enough, you actually use Biggs Junction and come down 197 that way, and you don't have to chain up at all if the weather's good enough. Although at the time of this recording, the Cascades are under a heavy snow winter storm warning right now. They're supposed to get 2 or 3 feet of snow here in the next 24 or 48 hours. They're supposed to get hammered. So using the Biggs Junction, say, to get it from I-5 from Portland Metro and coming down to the Bend area, that may not work out very well. That's one of the old truckers' tips. One of the old graybeards. Let me just mixture out. It's one of the old graybeards' tricks on coming over this way. If you're feeling too lazy to not want to chain up, yeah, it's an extra hour and a half difference. But if you have a lot of tires to chain up, it could almost be cost effective, and it's safer because you don't have to chain up. You just drive around a lot longer. Wastes a little bit more fuel, but technically it's safer. So to each their own. Your mileage will vary, of course. Okay. What are we doing for power? We lost a little bit. Must have bumped it. Get back up to 30 inches on the manifold. Thank you.
3207 Jet Series 44 every day.
Seattle Center, good afternoon. 434-260-534.
Alright. It's a little bit windy up here. I was expecting it a little bit, but that's not bad. It's fairly calm for the most bit. Although IRL, you'd be bouncing up and down here because of all the rugged terrain. Maybe not in the winter so much, but definitely in the summertime with the heat coming off the mountains. It's, yeah. Put your airplane into VA mode, maximum maneuvering speed. So therefore you won't break anything. You won't break the airplane, but I guarantee you're still going to get a heck of a ride.
10 degrees left, elevation 671.
VA speed. That's what I said, right? Crikey, I can't remember. Okay, still just around 100 miles an hour, 500 feet per minute. Engines are still in the green. Feels good. We're pulling from the front tank. Suction's good. Still charging. Yeah, doing all right. And we are arriving here at Jefferson here in a few minutes, folks. We'll pull our mixture back some more.
360, elevation 671.
I really wish that mixture would be modeled. You can see our engine temperature starts to rise and everything, but oh well, just can't have nice things. Hopefully somebody will build a better model. Because I would fly the heck out of it. So, you got Mount Jefferson here, but there's another peak over here. I had to look it up. What's it called? I don't know it that well. I don't know it at all until I look at Park Butte. It's called Park Butte Ridge. Hiking area. That should be it right there. This is Mount Jefferson in all of its glory.
You're not seeing 75 right? Well, 52.
Still climbing. Wow, we're coming through 10,000. Right? No. We're at 9,000. Yeah. Always hated because the 10,000 needle. To be honest, I get a bit of a blunder with that sometimes. Coming up on 9,000. Right. So we should probably call it 10,000 feet.
Setting a 320, Legion 671.
Keep it a little bit stable. Oh, 10,500 technically. Nope. Okay, I'll go ahead and put the autopilot on here. Just to help me out here a little bit. Vertical speed, let's do 300 feet per minute. It's a nice easy climb. Get this stabilized for you guys for a little bit. Maybe get our heading bug switched around here.
2135, 1
Excellent. Looking good, folks. Looking good. If we had an engine out, that's a legit clearing. Probably aim for that. This is a valley surrounded by trees. Not gonna be much good. Looks like there is an access road there once upon a time, but remember, this is the middle of winter. None of this is going to be accessible. It's it's going to be a bit gruesome. Although, if we had a lot of snow here on the plateau, odds. Landing might be alright, but surviving it afterwards, I don't know. There's not a good place to ditch. I'd say aim flat spot. That'd probably be our best bet.
Using Vortex, Legion 671.
Okay. Ooh, a bit blustery up here.
Discretion 240, Legion 671.
Okay, we're almost at cruise. Climb just a little bit more, 700 more feet. Right? Yeah, 700 more feet. Coming up on 10,000. Looking good, Mount Jefferson. You were looking good. I recorded this when there wasn't much snowpack. Now they're getting pummeled with snow, so that all of this would be all white. But for the immersion's sake, I'll just keep it as it is when I first started recording this. There are a few videos of people climbing Mount Jefferson. If you guys are curious, search YouTube for it. A few of them out there. Woo! Woo. Okay, coming up on cruising altitude. Coming up on 10,500. Probably have to drop that one and go back south, but that's alright. I think we're the only ones up here. I don't see any other traffic.
2755, Legion 671, good night.
Alright, so 2,000 RPM. It's for our cruise. And below 30 inches of manifold pressure. Which, yeah, we're pretty much in cruise right now, to be honest with you. pretty much smashed out on the throttle. Excellent, excellent. So now that we're on unaccelerated flight, let's do our gyro compass. 250, 260, 24, 25, 26. Yeah, that's about right.
2135, right? 2152.
There you go, hon. Man, it's getting windy up here. Jeez.
Yeah, low Southwest 1432 on the 380.
Alright, so that is Mount Jefferson. Next on the list will be Three-Fingered Jack, which is that bugger. Should be that bugger right there. If I'm reading these, reading the terrain right. That mathematically, it's direct south. It should be Three-Fingered Jack. So let's go ahead and point in that direction.
Wings 430. I don't remember if I checked in or not.
So we'll have Three-Fingered Jack here, if I got my bearings right. That's Blackview. Okay, so Sisters is just on the other side of Blackview. It's a pretty cool feature. It's a perfect cone, basically. The lava didn't pop through it. It never got the chance.
2135.
But that is Blackview. So Sisters, and Sisters does have its own airport. Maybe in the summertime we'll do a little bit of hopping over there. It should be right somewhere in that valley right there, where the Sisters Airport is. So we'll have Highway 22, or correction, Highway 20. Well, it comes up with what they call the Santiam Junction, which is somewhere right in here. But Highway 20 is a long 20. It goes like 400 miles. I know it crosses our entire state. And I think it goes into Idaho or Nevada. No, Idaho. I think Idaho? Let me take Riley, Ontario. Yes, it goes into Idaho. Turns in on I-84 for a little bit, but it's a long highway. Ooh. A little bit gusty.
Okay, copy. Thanks for that. Southwest 1432.
Okay, let's go ahead and
2135, clear wings 431.
that way. So, once we clear Three-Fingered Jack here, it's called Three-Fingered Jack because there's three predominant peaks on there. Not painfully obvious, but it's obvious. I mean, if you look, stare at it for a few seconds, you can find it in real life. In the simulator, I don't know how it's going to be depicted. That's the wild unknown. And then we should see Hoodoo Ski Resort, which is there. There's Hogg Rock right there. That's a nasty bit of the pass where it goes from 2 lanes down, or 4 lanes down in, or yeah, 4 lanes down into 2 lanes. It gets icy, the wind shear comes up, and it could, that part of the highway is just nasty. I will definitely recognize that. That's definitely Three-Fingered Jack right there. You can kind of see, well, Let's go. Let's head down a little bit.
2135, 134.
Pull some power back here. So you can kind of see the 3 points here and here and here, it looks like is how they model that. I do have an IRL photo here on my phone I'm looking at right now. I'll go ahead and post that in here for you guys.
Okay, copy. Thanks for that, Southwest 1432.
Well, 35, still wings, 432.
See if we get closer, see if it will render it a little bit closer here for us. Hey, let's not neglect our plane. Still looking good. Engine instruments in the green. Section's good. We still have fuel. Going down, so we're in accelerated flight, so we really can't check our gyro compass very well. That's alright. So this would be 3-finger jack again, still working on it. We'll see if we get a little bit closer to the flyby, see if I'll render it in a little bit more. Again, hopefully the channel will continue to... We got 2 new subscribers, so hello to 2 new subscribers. Whomever you are. Probably with my luck it's just a bunch of bots, but...
Air Canada 555, stay from this.
But if you are legit, then welcome, welcome. As the channel expands, hope I can get you a better graphic. I can get a better graphics card and render the stuff out a little bit better. But you gotta start from 0. You always have to start from somewhere. Most of the time it's 0. So you can kind of see the humps. So there's like a hump here, middle hump, and I think there's a 3rd hump. Basically, is how it looks. Or the 3 humps are right here. Oh, it's coming in. It's coming into view. Oh, there it is. There's 3-finger jack. So 1 hump, 2 humps, and 3 humps. Kind of looks like a fingers right there. That should be the 3rd hump right here. So that's 3-finger jack.
Power maintain flight level 340, Canada 555.
Hey Jack. How you doing there, bud? Okay, cool. So that's 3-finger jack. Now we need to go to Hogg Rock, which is the Hoodoo Ski area. We're gonna have to lose some altitude for this one, so I'm going to have to assume control. Autopilot's off my airplane. I have to do a little bit of a dipsy here, not too much. Took us a while to get up here, but... Alright, so the next stop will be, we're going to cross Highway 20, and then this will be Hoodoo Ski Resort. Hoodoo. And there's a 2 or 3 feet of snow are dropping, or going to start to be dropping here in a little while. I'm sure they are ecstatic about having snow. We've been very short of snow. We need that snow to keep our rivers flowing in the summertime for our hydroelectric power, as well as central and eastern Oregon. Those poor guys, they don't get hardly any snow at all, or moisture. So this will be good for their water tables as well. Okay, there's Hogg Rock. You can see how fast are we going? Okay, we're going all right. Okay, you can see that's Hogg Rock. It's a predominant feature here. This is an avalanche area. This is Highway 20. Highway 20 sneaks over here. Right about here is where it turns into a nasty 2-lane road, and in the wintertime, this is right nasty. And then Santiam Pass, the peak is right here. That's the main peak area. That's the one of the DOT sanding areas for their snow trucks. There's Mount Hoodoo Ski Resort. That's the entrance. It goes back in here, this nice little parking lot. In fact, there's the resort right there. You can see the little building right there. I can't remember what that buttes called, but the ski resort is on this side, and it cuts through a valley. Oh, in the wintertime, this place is freaking beautiful. In fact, I have a picture of this when I was in here visiting a couple years ago. I will post that in here for you guys. Okay, so that's Mount Hoodoo, or that is just correct. I don't know if it's called Mount Hoodoo. It's called Hoodoo Ski there. I don't know what the actual mountain name is actually called. I don't think they don't have it. They don't have it immediately. It's got to be called something. Anyways, beautiful, beautiful country right here. And then Mount Washington is that little bugger, and I do have an IRL photo of that. I'll post that here in a little bit. There is the Santiam Junction interchange, so Highway 126, 20, and 22 all kind of convene. It's a kind of a fork mishmash nonsense. That should be Potato Hill? That should be Potato Hill. I think that's Potato Hill, that's Potato Hill. I don't know. I gotta focus on Mount Jeff or Washington here now. Okay. Go ahead and put some power in.
2755 at A Southwest, 1430.
And there's Hoodoo from the backside. Gorgeous, gorgeous country. There's Hogg Rock. There's the face. That's the avalanche area where it narrows down to a 2-lane road. Yeah, the wind just comes up and blows right up that butte, and it's just, oh, it's when it's snowing. It's just nasty. I spun out there, or seen people spin out there, had a chain up. It's just nasty. I love the snow. I love the ice. So long as I'm at home and I don't have to play in it, I'm a perfectly happy camper. Get some altitude built back up. Well, yeah. How far are we? Yeah. Let's go a bit closer. Okay, so that's definitely Mount Washington. It has a little, right on top of it, a little cone deal. Hat, if you will. Here is a picture in real life of what this mountain looks like from that vantage point over on Highway 20 right quick. Not the greatest picture to show its predominant peak, but yeah, that is legit. That's one of the things I like about Microsoft Flight Simulator over X-Plane is the scenery is just banging. I know Orbitz is doing a lot of aftermarket or modifying it to make it look better, but you know, each simulator to each their own. They all got the perks, pluses and minuses. Now if they combine the two, that would be the best of both worlds, but like I say, we can't have nice things. So there is Mount Washington. Love it, love it. Okay, now, we got for power. We can put a little bit of manifold pressure in. We can kind of slow. Go ahead and turn this way, and now we have seen Mount Washington. One last bye-bye. There's Black Butte again, from a different vantage point. Okay, we'll see you later, Mount Washington. Now we're getting into the big ones. We're going to go and see the ladies. Oh, yes, the beautiful ladies. That would be the sisters. Yes. North Sister, Middle Sister, and South Sister, of which I have personally climbed before. It's been quite a few years, but it is, again, very, very gorgeous. I don't know what that hill's called. I don't know that one. Broken Top. It's now Broken Top, because Broken Top is south of the Sisters. So let's go 9,000 plus 500. Let's go ahead and do an altitude hold. Just so I can concentrate a little bit more on the scenery outside. Although I'm supposed to be piloting, but shh, don't tell anybody. Before we do that, let's check. We still have fuel, good fuel. Engine temperatures are in the green. Suctions between the red marks. We're good to go. Alright, so obviously North Sister is going to be the north end here. If you climbed it IRL, it gets pretty tricky at the top. You need ropes and carabiners and shenanigans to get to the top. Middle and South Sister you can do without any climbing gear. Although it's recommended still to have, you know, ropes and survival gear just in case you fall down a glacier into a big crevice or something. I think the Middle Sister, honestly, is the easiest out of the three. If I remember right. So, that would be North, Middle, and then South Sister right there. Looks like we're coming up on 9,500 feet. We're not too far away from these mountains. We'll shoot the gap right here. Actually, you know what? Scrub it. Let's go at 11,000. I want to see this thing. Let's see here. Oh, 3,000. Go 300 feet per minute. We'll go climb a little bit more. We're just too low. I don't like this. I feel a bit uncomfortable. Okay, we're maxed out on the throttle props. We can push this up into climb power here a little bit. Excellent, excellent. Looking good, ladies. Looking good. There's a whole bunch of volcanic features here. If you Google Earth it, there's just a lot going on. It's almost too much for me to explain. I almost want to see the crater, South Sister crater, because I've walked across it before many times. It's pretty, well, not many times, a few times. It's pretty cool. I don't know how well it's depicted though in the simulator. I'm kind of curious. We might do a 360 around it, but we'll see. Well, how are we doing for time? It's about 12:20. Okay, local. Don't know that name for that peak. Google has it. I don't think so. Not readily available.
3497 navigating.
Yeah, I don't remember. I can't look it up right now. Right, so North Sister, Middle Sister, the southern one right there. Then after the Sisters, we get to Broken Top, which should be that bugger, I think, right there, because that should be Mount Bachelor. See, we have, it's amazing how many mountains we have in the Cascade Mountain range. It's, even I sometimes get confused and have to think about it for a second. Which one am I staring at again? But if you're local enough and you're flying in a simulator, you shouldn't have a problem navigating. Alright. Let's go ahead and turn. Let's see here. What are we doing here? I don't know. Heading hold. Let's turn a little bit this way. I don't mind doing this freehand, but autopilot helps me navigate a little bit with you guys here on board. Get you some of those premium shots, yeah? Okay, North Sister, Middle Sister, again, South Sister. That's Broken Top. That's Mount Bachelor. Yep. Woo! Hey, God, that's blowy up here. Jeez. Hopefully these winds are a lot calmer when we get down into Chiloquin. Okay. Looks like it's going to be covered up. So normally you're hiking, you're coming in from the Devil's Lake area. And you walk up the south face here. Yeah, southwest face. Whoa, did I just hear an alarm go off? Well, maybe just me. You climb up the face here on this side. South side, west side, something like that. And you actually can climb up here and you can walk across the crater, or the crater where all the lava settled in. It's pretty cool. It's melted substantially since I've been up there. I guess there's actually exposed rock now in the summertime, which is kind of weird. Snowpack's definitely going away, unfortunately. Yeah, that is the South Sister, and there's Broken Top. There's Mount Bachelor. Mount Bachelor is a huge ski area. That's a big boy right there. There's a lot of runs. In fact, those actually might be the ski runs right there. Yeah, because it's opposite of Hoodoo, so a lot of Bachelor's ski runs, I believe, are on the north face versus Hoodoo, or versus Mount Hood. It's all on the south face. So let's have a goosey gander here. Love it. Love it.
134.9
Alright, let's head east here a little bit. We're getting up there in altitude now. Looks like we're coming up on 10,500. Excellent. No hypoxia here. I'm still feeling great. Feeling very spriteful. And yeah, that's it. There's South Sister, Middle Sister, and North Sister, folks. And North Sister's kind of hiding. She's a little shy, don't you know? Yeah, you can't really see much topography when the snow's on here, which is real life. You really can't. Oh, except the cone area. For people who hike, you know what the cone area is. That might be down there actually. I can't really tell. But you hike up this ridge. I call this the red zone. The last quarter mile, walking up to the top. It's steep. There's no really trail to speak of. You kind of make your way to the top where everything's necessary. There's a beautiful pool. Oh, the pool is here. It's I can't remember the pool's name off the top of my head, but the pool is there, and it's pretty much a year-round pool. Well, that's why I was there several years ago. And then you walk up this ridge up to the top. That's how you get to the top. Well, be darn, that's pretty cool. They have the pool right there. Okay, so it's fairly accurate. A better graphics card would probably render it out even more better. Fantastic. Well, that's pretty cool. That makes me happy. Yeah, there's a little cylinder cone, just not a geological feature, but it's probably buried under snow. I don't know if we'd be able to see it. Anyway, check it out in the summertime. Right, so the Three Sisters, there they are. Now, there is Broken Top. I have never climbed Broken Top. I don't want to climb it because I think that's one of the nasty ones. We gotta have ropes and carabiners, and you can kind of see it. South Sister, you see that the lava flows. Maybe we'll have to do a summer tour. Maybe I'll name this the Winter Tour series. But you can see the lava flows where it comes. It's something to see in real life too. If you ever guys get to do the Sisters Wilderness area, if you guys are good hikers and get out, it is fun. It is absolutely fun. Okay, that would be Broken Top right there. You see, it's just a nasty, broken mountain top deal. I know, right? Very, very original in the naming around here. That's Jefferson, and that's Mount Hood way over there. Ooh, we kind of see Mount Adams still. Mount Adams is still kind of quasi-visible. So, that is Broken Top, and now Mount Bachelor. There's Mount Bachelor. We'll go ahead and drop a few thousand feet now. Go ahead and we'll do that. Go ahead and fly around Mount Bachelor here right quick and see all the ski runs. That's pretty nifty. That's pretty cool. Crank this over a little bit more here for you guys. Gorgeous day. Gorgeous day. Oops.
134.5 to 7.
Alright. We'll go down to 10,500. Well, those were the tallest peaks back there, so everything else is a little bit less tall. English. In fact, let's, you guys want to do a 360 around it? How do we do a 360 around it? Okay, I'll take the autopilot's off my airplane. Put some power in. Mixture, we'll richen it up just a little bit. We'll do a 360 around the Mount Bachelor area here. Ran out of smash already again. Lovely. Oh, there's the ski lodge, I would assume, right there. Yep. Okay, I need to pick that. Excellent. Alright. Alright, that is Mount Bachelor, everybody.
Yeah, we're looking Alaska 1240.
Obviously, you can see the mountain is all to itself.
First one, second one, 1240.
Probably why they named it Mount Bachelor. Like I said, you can usually, what they name stuff out west here, it usually you can figure out as to why fairly easily. Doesn't require a whole lot of brain power. I don't remember if that's the lodge or if that's the lodge or if there's two lodges. I don't remember. It's been last time I was at Mount Bachelor, I was just a wee little kid, so that might be the actual lodge proper. But anyways, cool. Alright, well that is Mount Bachelor. We will next on the tour will be Diamond Peak. Ironically, it's located next to Diamond Lake. Believe it or not. Again, originality. We love it here. Now to fly... near Waldo Lake, just south of Waldo Lake. So basically, hang on a second, I'm looking at my map. That's Mounts Bachelor, south by southwest. Now that you guys are thoroughly dizzy, let's see here. Are we? What altitude are we at? No, I want 9,500. And just put us on a hole here. You know what? Just. Oh, now I really messed that up. Wrong button. Gosh dang it. Okay. I need to contain myself and get this thing dialed in. So we're pretty much unsteady. Pretty much. Wait, we're in steady flight. Now why you've done that? So Diamond Peak should be that. Should be it. Should be Diamond Peak. That's Mount Bachelor. We're using that as a jump off area. Yeah, because we're headed to Highway 50. We're headed to Willamette Pass. That might be it. Let's go ahead and adjust our compass because now I thoroughly messed it up. 210. Well, that wasn't too bad at all, actually. Okay. So we'll turn that on. Vertical speed down. Say 500. We'll do 300, 400 feet. That's fine. And heading hold. Now, while that's flying fat, dumb, and happy, I can triangulate myself. So south by southwest. Diamond Peak should be over there, then. No, that's... Is that Crescent Lake? No, that's not Crescent. That's Waldo Lake. Crescent Lake is that one. No, that should be Diamond Peak.
That's our request at 2029. Suspension a little bit chopper 360. Waters on the right or lower.
Yes. You'll notice because when we get down there, the no, Odell Lake. You idiot. That should be Odell Lake off in the distance. Just south of Odell Lake should be Diamond Peak. I'm 90% sure that's Diamond Peak. So let's head in that general direction. Fortunately, there's a lot of lakes out here. And again, more fortunately, it's all depicted on your sectionals. So you can match it up fairly easily on a clear day like this, of course. We should be able to match up fairly easy. So let's head over. Let's go pretty much direct south. We are south by southwest, basically. It's a little bit of south, a little bit of west, but a lot of south. There you go. For us civvies. South by southwest, I said. So yeah, that should be Diamond Peak. Alright, so let's go back into cruise mode. We're below 30 inches. Pull this back a little bit. We're plenty fast. Mixture's good. Fuel, still 3/4 of the tank. All instruments are in the green. We are charging. We have section. Almost 1 o'clock. Okay, so we gotta get done with this tour here in about 45 or so minutes ish. Nah, it's probably gonna be an hour because we still gotta go over Crater Lake. So Diamond Peak's over there, and then Diamond Peak, and then it's Diamond Lake. Yeah. Mount Thiessen and Mount Bailey. We'll probably hit those up on the way down. And then it's Crater Lake National Park. Okay, so looking at our sectional, we can already identify the lake in front of us.
Let's put her in front for 340 for that one.
That is Waldo Lake. I don't know why they call it Waldo Lake, honestly. I'd have to Google that one. But you can see the predominant features straight at the top because we're roughly headed south. So obviously this is the north end of the lake. Cuts, goes down, cuts, goes down again. Now if you can see that on the sectional, you can see it goes straight and then cuts in and then cuts in again. That is definitely indeed Waldo Lake. So fly direct over Waldo Lake, and then we'll be able to jump over to Odell Lake, and then Diamond Peak should be right next to it.
340, 1209.
Actually, that might be Diamond Peak. Actually. Well, we'll see when we get there, but, yes. A lot less windy over here. That's fine. So if we head direct south out of the tip, we should run into Diamond Peak, which should be that guy right now. Oh, we're looking pretty good. Doing some dead reckoning, or some pilotage, rather. Pretty good. Alright. Alright, I guess we're going to fly right over Waldo Lake.
Seattle Unit 2603.
In the summertime, we'll have to come back. I didn't realize, but this model, we do actually have floats, so we can land on the water. So maybe next, maybe the summer and next series, we'll maybe do some water landings here.
It looks like a big wind change. We've lost about 10 to 12 knots here in the last minute. Do you have any other power reps?
So, if that's Diamond Peak, there's a ski resort, Willamette Pass, and it's called, I didn't know it was called Maiden Peak. Huh, looking on the section, it's called Maiden Peak. I did not know that. I don't know how well I'm going to be able, we should see the highway, so we should be able to spot it. Maiden Peak is basically where Willamette Pass is a very small ski resort area. Small operations compared to like Mount Bachelor or Mount Hood. But
I'd like to go down to 340, please.
I didn't know it was called Maiden Peak. I did not know that. Huh, I did not know I had a name. That's probably it right there. Or no, it's just east of Waldo Lake. So, oh, it's Crescent's over there.
Maintain 343 and 2603.
Where's Willamette? Where's Willamette? Where's Willamette? Where's Willamette? I think that might be Willamette. Ski area here or here? One of these two? I'd have to fly the. We'd have to fly Highway 58. Yeah, that's Diamond Peak for sure. Let's have a cheeky little sneaky peeky over here.
Seattle Southwest 3326, level 400.
Okay. Flying direct over Waldo Lake now. Again, looking at all the features. Yep, that lines up. So we should be coming up to the Odell Lake, which that might be the start of Odell Lake right there. Yeah. So actually, if we come blasting over Waldo Lake, turn, that peak, that could be the Willamette Pass, that could be Maiden Peak right there. And then sling across there, yeah, that's, looking on the sectional, that lines up with that, okay. Excellent. Maiden Peak is basically right in the middle of Odell Lake. Oh, that's Maiden Peak right there. Yep, now I recognize the feature. That should be it. Yeah, that should be Maiden Peak. So that's Willamette Pass. We should be seeing Highway 58 come into view here in a little bit. Yeah, I think it's on the other side of the lake, of Odell Lake, on the north side, so can't quite see it yet. Heck, just for fun, we'll go see how well they depict Willamette Pass, eh? Just for funsies, because now I know that that is Odell Lake. I know exactly where we're at. Visit Willamette Pass, which should be that guy, according to sectional, and then Diamond Peak. And then after that, I think it's Mike Thiessen, I think that's how you pronounce that. I'm not sure if I've ever heard that pronounced aloud before.
121.35, like 2029, yeah, actually, this is right out here, 320.
Alrighty. There's Odell Lake. Lots of predominant lakes around here, so if you ever get lost, look at your sectional and start sizing them up and looking at the shapes, and you should be able to figure it all out.
34.07.
Okay. That is Highway 58. Actually, if that's Odell Lake, that is not the ski area. Maiden Peak should actually be... Well, that's climbing up the pass. I think we're flying over Maiden Peak right now, actually. Yeah. Okay, I'm taking autopilot off. Yeah, because Maiden Peak... Oh, Maiden Peak isn't the ski... No, Maiden Peak is a ski area. Donkus. I know it's in the middle of Odell Lake. Oh, because the ski area goes from... The runs go from east to west. Oh, not north to south. That's why I'm not going to bother to explain myself very much, guys. I got a bit disoriented, but the...
3497, guys, 3700.
In fact, that's the ski area right there. There it is right there. So that's not Maiden Peak. This is Maiden Peak right here. There's the ski area, because they got two parking lots here for the cars. Yep. There's the lodge. Been up there many times, and the ski lift goes up. I think it goes up to the top. Yeah, it goes up to the top of the hill. That's Maiden Peak right here. There's the ski runs. Okay, now we've got all that sorted out. Here's Odell Lake. Marvelous. In fact, that should be Crescent Lake State Airport. That's Crescent Lake Airport. That's 5 Sierra 2 right there. It's one of those ones that's not open up in the wintertime, so we can't land there if you wanted to role play it. Alright, so then that's Diamond Peak then, off our right wingtip. Get that into view right quick for you guys.
2135, do the same in between.
Stand by level 240, kilo, 2829. Can we get pilot's correction on that?
Excellent. And then from Diamond Peak, there's just so many mountains on this one. I don't know if I'm going to lose all of my viewers or not, but oh well. Small channel like mine, you can afford to do stuff like this, I guess. I don't know if anybody's paying attention anyways.
RPD to flight level 240, kilo, 7820.
That's why I have a special project going on for Flight Simulator, guys, in the not too distant future. I dropped a few hints already, but we're not ready to showcase that or start on that quite yet, posting that videos, but we are starting to record some stuff for that. Okay, so there's Diamond Peak. Once we hit Diamond Peak, if you want, actually, if that's Diamond Peak, Mount Thiessen should be direct east. No, that's Diamond Lake. That's Diamond Peak. Wow, I got disoriented here. Hold on, folks. That's not Diamond Peak, is it? That's Mount Thiessen. That's Crescent. Wow. I had a brain aneurysm.
To 300, and then PD to flight level 240,
Mount Thiessen Wilderness, Diamond Lake. That's not it. Where the freaking heck am I? Alright. Go back to our roots. There's Odell Lake, right? Straight Odell Lake, and then you got Crescent Lake. That's Crescent Lake. Right. South of Crescent Lake, we've got that peak, no-name peak there on the sectional. Mount Thiessen. What peak is that? Oh, this is starting to irritate me now. We're just going to, Is that Mount Thiessen? We shouldn't be this close. That doesn't make much sense. It should be that over there. I don't know what peak you are. No, that is Diamond Peak. You freaking knob. Of course it's Diamond Peak. Never mind. If you look at the GPS, ooh, there's Crescent Lake and there's Odell Lake. You're right in the middle of the two. Direct east or direct west of Crescent Lake Airport. Look, on the sectional. Right there. Yeah, that's Diamond Peak. Obviously, sometimes GPS can help you out. Don't rely on it always, but it helps you out in this case. Okay. So, oh, that's another predominant mount right there. It's, oh, googly boogly. What is it called? What's it called? Quick. No, I gotta look it up. Odell Butte? Yeah, that's Odell Butte. I was thinking of a different one. You can drive to the top of it, I believe. It's cool. I depict all the roads to get to the top. They're pretty cool. Okay, so now that we've figured all that out, that's Crescent Lake right there. Mount Thiessen and Diamond Lake will be coming up. I was confusing Diamond Lake, I think, with Diamond Peak. Diamond Lake is actually quite further away, believe it or not. That'd be the, we're going, basically heading now for Carr, the highest peak in Oregon, or the highest mountain pass in Oregon. It's at like 5,200 feet. I believe, 5,300 feet. So that might be, I think we just cheated. I think that's Diamond Lake. I can see it glistening. It's not cheating if it works. That should be Diamond Lake. And there's not much lakes around. That's a pretty square lake if we look at it. So if we fly over there, match up the topography with on our sectional, we should be good to go. So let's have a goosey gander over there. We'll go ahead and set the autopilot back on. Hope you guys won't get too terribly dizzy. Let's see here. So we're headed direct south. Oh, we got a little bit of precess going. 170. So we're something like that. So we'll go over like that and like that. There we go. Okay. And we're back on. Excellent.
No problem. 35 to West 60.
So, Diamond Lake, Mount Thiessen, I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. People who are local or more localer than I'm already local. I don't quite know how to pronounce that. If I wasn't lazy, I'd probably just Google it. But I'm very lazy right now. Nothing a whole lot to see here between there and there, except more mountains, more trees, more beautiful creation. Oh yes. That should be, judging early on, that looks like Diamond Lake, so that should be Mount Thiessen. It's direct east of the lake. I mean direct, yeah, that should be it. Yeah, that's Mount Thiessen.
2976 and then final road 150 Skywest 5820.
Sits at 9,200 feet. Oh, Beaver Marsh. Beaver Marsh used to be an active airport many moons ago, but it's overrun by trees now, unfortunately. It's permanently closed as far as I know. You can drive by and still see the runway, but I wouldn't advise landing there.
Center Skywest 5821 to 5829. Can we get the direct contact? We'd like to do the video backed up with the on that
Alright. Let's do in-flight checks. Engine instruments, we're in the green. Cylinder temperature is good. Suction's good. About 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Fuel. We can go ahead and switch to the rear tank now for some weight and balance issues, I'm sure. Okay, we're on the rear tank now. Mixture's good. We're in cruise. Speed. Oh, that's right. I'm descending down to 9,500. So speed's going to be a little bit increased here for a hot second. That should be Diamond Lake. Yes. So after Diamond Lake and Mount Thiessen, the very famous Crater Lake National Park will be next. Woohoo! And then after that, I think we'll land in Chiloquin for our next rest stop. And after Chiloquin, we'll be Lake 3. So we're almost done, actually. So when did we leave? 11:30, 12:30? Yeah, this is going to be another freaking 2-hour episode. Lovely.
Center Swift 3326. Love to get fairly consistent light chop. Any ride reports lower? Yes. Gonna put staff power 340 on request for Southwest 3326. Power 340 is 3326.
Okay. Coming up on Diamond Lake. That should be... Highway 138, yes. So that goes into Roseburg. Well, that side goes into Roseburg. If we can... we just can't quite see it.
Seattle Center, November 35, Golf Romeo, interblock 450-470.
That goes over to Limolo area. There's a DOT station somewhere not too far from here. Oh, there's Highway 138. Alright, so this is Diamond Lake, the beautiful Diamond Lake. Mount Thiessen, standing very predominantly. Look how sharp that, I didn't realize how sharp that mountain is. Jeez. Don't get too close, it might prick you a little bit. Jeez. And this would be Mount Bailey on this side. As in George Bailey. Classic. That is true. Okay, that's Mount. Okay, alright, excellent. We are. And we can go over there, we'll go to the Prospect, but Crater Lake is actually just over there. Actually, it's pretty much direct south, actually. Let's overfly Diamond Lake.
Alaska 10, 9 now with 28.
And pretty much you fly it long ways over Diamond Lake, north and south, and you will wind up in Crater Lake National Park. You shouldn't be able to miss that feature. I probably could, but... Crater Lake has its own little mountain called Mount Scott. Great Scots, yes.
South 1557, South 380.
Pretty much, we're just going to head direct south from here, folks. In fact, you can see Crater Lake from here, actually, already. There's a big pool of water right there. That's Mount Scott, right there. Zoop, zoop. See right there? Mount Scott, excellent.
I understand. Slow all the way to Mach 2. Just go straight.
Let's say we fly around it a little bit, eh? Go around the rim route here, maybe. Just a nice little U-shape here, or a nice little diversion here. Go along the, go along the western rim here. There's one feature of Crater Lake I'd like to zoom in for you guys. Let's go ahead and actually pull our plane back in here a little bit. Mr. Beaver, if you please. Thank you. So, in the middle of Crater Lake, there's a tiny little island. Yes, that's my worst Jamaican accent ever. Don't judge me. I'm just an idiot in life, okay? That's called Lizard Island. I have absolutely no idea why I know that, but I just know it. In fact, want to do something fun? We'll fly right through it, actually. Scrub going around it, we're just going to go right through it here. In fact, let's take the autopilot off. It's be easier to hand fly this anyways. Make sure we don't bump into anything.
On our route 2.
There's gorgeous Crater Lake. Fun fact, I've never been to Crater Lake in real life. I am ashamed. I know. I'm sorry. It's on my old bucket list, but it's a little bit out of the ways. A little bit out of the ways from where I live, unfortunately.
All right, Roger. We'll let you know.
Even though I pass by here regularly on business purposes, I really need to sort myself out.
Okay, yeah, somewhere up by here, Jim.
Obviously, we're landing. Emergency landing maybe right here is fairly flat. Yeah, you can put it in the water, but that's actually a fairly deep pool of water. That might be a last-ditch effort. Fly over here towards Wizard Island right quick. Oh, let's see Mount Scott, and then we'll head to Chiloquin for our next break. fun fact, before there was a big hole in the ground, there used to be a huge mountain here. It used to be called, let's see if I remember what it is, Manzama. I think that's how you pronounce it, Manzama. Indian name, I believe. I think this old mountain blew up around 15,000 years ago, 13,000 years ago. As you can see, it left a big hole in the ground.
2135.
That is Mount Scott. Excellent. So then we're just going to see if we can catch the US 97 southbound and get on down to Chiloquin State, that's what's called Chiloquin State Airport, to Sierra 7. And that will probably conclude leg number 2. And then there'll be leg number 3. And then leg number 4 will probably be the return trip home.
78 Alaska, 1099.
Now, obviously, I could have just picked any airport close by, but it's like, no, we're based on a story. Let's do a little bit of role-playing, you know? We're traveling and going on adventures. We're going to have plenty more adventures in the future as well.
Again, 571, Seattle Butter.
All right, Crater Lake. Maybe we'll see you this summer, bud. You just hang loose. Just hang loose there, dude.
Delta 959, Seattle Butter.
Man, we are all over the place. Eesh. Okay, that should be US 97. Big long stretch right there. That should be it. There's Mount Scott. Hello. Pardon me, sir. Coming through. Thank you. Alright. Okay, let's head over to 97. This should only take a few minutes. And if we want, we can dial it in. Let's see here. Dial in our Chiloquin Airport. Chiloquin.
2928 Heavy Seattle Center. Welcome. We're going to call you radar contact here. About 38 miles from Cascade.
Okay, so Chiloquin sits around 4,200 feet. We'll probably go and bleed off a little bit of altitude here. And we'll get the frequency ready. CTAF is 122.9er. Go a few clicks up. Alright, that's on the old standby.
120 Delta won't get any worse than that. Just down Delta.
What a beautiful day. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous.
2030 Seattle.
That's Klamath Lake, or Agency Lake is the north bit of it. And then Upper Klamath Lake is right over there. I have pounded up and down US 97 more times than I care to ever think about. So that's pretty easy for me to navigate here, at least.
Frontier 3375 rather Seattle. 1588 contact Jefferson 132.07.
Okay, Chiloquin, both runways are, let's see here, they're both standard patterns, so that's left-hand entry. We'll probably do, let's see here, looking at the map, it's going to be runway 17. I think the winds, I don't know, can we still dial in the ATIS for, who's got the nearest ATIS? That'd be Klamath Falls. They actually have an ATIS. Obviously, they're a big airport. 126.5. Let's do that. 126.5.
Klamath Falls Airport information. Quebec 2100 Zulu. Wind 15
Looks like it's still blowing a little bit, so we'll use runway 17 for Chiloquin. Okay, we'll go ahead and get on Chiloquin's unit. Are we on Chiloquin's unit? Come 122.9. Excellent. There is highway. Is that highway 90? No. That's the power line. Hang about. Hang about. Well, that's 97 right there. I think that's the power line or gas lines that cuts through. Yes, that's Highway 97. There's the road. Okay. Very good. Let's go ahead and kick this thing over. Chiloquin should be over here a little bit. Add a little bit of power. Doing good on gas. Yep. Using the rear tank. Plenty of fuel in that tank. We may have to fill up before we go home before nightfall. I'm not sure yet. I'll have to do some maths on that. We burned up a little bit of fuel. Okay. So we'll head to Sierra 7. And just for fun, we can just do this. This is fun doing scroll wheel mouse. 7. Enter, enter. Okay. Get some power back in. We're going to level off here. Mixture coming in a little bit. Chiloquin's not going to be too far off. So if the air elevation, the elevation is 4,200 feet, probably should enter around 5,200 feet for standard practice. Looks like we got a little bit of snow. Ooh, that looks cold down there. Ugh. Yuck. Okay. We're headed roughly south, so 6,000 plus 500. That should be good for a cruise for now. That should be Chiloquin, I think. Right? Yes. That should be... That clearing should... No, hang on. Yeah, that's the Williamson River. Fun little fact, there's trophy-winning fishes in that creek. So that should be Chiloquin right over there. So the airport... yeah, it's just down. We'll drop down into this little... Well, I don't know what you would call it. We'll just drop down this little valley, I guess you call it. And it should be right around there. Yeah, should be. Nose down. Don't get too aggressive. Just do a bit of trimming here. If you guys can, get yourself a trim wheel. It really helps. Okay, yeah, because it goes around there. Yeah, it should be... Chiloquin Airport should be right in there somewhere. Shoot, I was going to tell myself I was going to do some VOR work on this too. Triangulate myself again, just do more VOR practice, but I completely forgot. There's too many mountains. Too much to see in that leg. Actually, that's the town of Chiloquin, the airport. So we're heading straight towards it. Where is it? That's it right there, I think. Yeah, because that's 97. This branches off and goes into the town of Chiloquin, I believe. No, that's the power line. Yeah, that's US 97. That's where it drops down the hill. So just east of the airport. Oh, we must be right under. 97 must be right below us. Okay, so now that I know where I am, I'm going to go ahead and start climbing down. We won't overfly the airstrip. Let's go ahead and start descending here, getting ourselves set up. Alright. Scent checklist. Fuel selector nearest or fullest tank. We are on our fullest tank. Go ahead and go ahead and turn the landing lights on. Don't worry about the auxiliary fuel pump booster yet. That should be the airport right there. Should be. Yep. Airport's in sight. Got it. So we'll enter the 45. Left downwind for the 17. Okay. Now obviously there's some hills here, so it's going to be a little bit tight. But hey, hashtag bush flying, yes. Now this is fairly flat land out here, nothing too really silly. We have to contend with. So 5,200 feet approximately is what we're shooting for pattern altitude. Via standard protocol. A little bit more. Our port is lost the airport. Where'd it go? Wait, where'd you go? Where'd you go? There it is. No, that's not it. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's not the airport. Oh, lovely. Hang about. What's going on? Am I getting tripped out here? That should be it. I bet it's directly underneath us. No, wait a minute. That's... Ooh. I'm a little bit confused as to where I'm at. I thought that was the airport, but that's just a highway. Oh, that's... Oh, no. There it is. Woo! That's in the clearing. Yes. Okay. I'd never driven over this way before. That's why I got a little bit confused. Like, this is not 97, because US 97 literally drives right by the flipping airport. Aha. Okay. So we're still good to go then. We're still cruising for a pretty soon. Okay, at 5,200 feet, that's pretty much fuel elevation. Let me get on the horn here. Chiloquin traffic, they have on NS 0 Kilo Alpha. Will be turning shortly for the 45, left downwind, 17 full stop, Chiloquin. There's the airport right there. Okay. You basically fly over town for the 45. Residents probably won't be too terribly happy about that, but it's alright. We gotta pull it back. Alright, so. Nope, can't do that yet. Still too fast. Fuel pump booster on. Landing lights on. Mixture. We're still pretty high up in the air. We'll go ahead and go full rich though. And let's pull it back a little bit. I don't feel comfortable about doing that. Okay, we are now in the wide arc, so 1 notch flaps, 2 notch of flaps. Okay. course, we're going to be turning on the 45 here. Chillicothe traffic to have on N is your Kilo Alpha on the 45 left for the left downwind, 17 Chillicothe. We'll have a little bit of an extended downwind because we're still kind of high here a little bit, but not bad. Okay, we're beating the numbers. Oh, yeah. Okay, mixture full rich, props full in. Pull our throttle back here a little bit. We got some trees here, so you can't get too terribly low here. Chillicothe traffic to have on Nanas is your Kilo Alpha on left downwind 17 at Chillicothe. And we'll go and put one notch of more flaps in. Do extended downwind here. Now basically the airport's right next to 97, so you can visualize how close you can kind of cheat. See the highway, you can kind of cheat. As far as you know how far closer, how far you are away from your base leg. Chillicothe traffic to Havilland is 0 Alpha, turning base 17, left base 17, Chillicothe. This is going to be a tight turn. This is going to be a pretty, golly gosh darn tight turn. Ooh. And that wind really carried us out a lot further. Chillicothe traffic, de Havilland is 0 Kilo Alpha on final 17 Chillicothe. I didn't realize how far that wind carried us, jeez. You gotta get a little bit close to these trees, it looks like, too. Fun fact is, they actually cleared a lot of the airport out. There was a lot of close trees. I don't know if there was a runway incursion or an accident. I don't know that made them do that, but this clearing here, they actually did quite a lot of that about 5 years ago. Could have been more than that, I'm not sure. Alright. Landing flaps in. And here we go. Oh, a little green. Not quite too terribly greasy, but that's alright. Get that tail on the ground. Supposed to be doing 3-point landings with this thing, believe it or not. Yes, I know. It's because I'm pulling back on the stick to keep the tail on the ground. Hush. Alright. Welcome to Chillicothe, everybody. Let's go ahead. I'll taxi. There's one little thing I want to show you here before we shut her down. I'll go to the parking. They do have parking, but it's in the middle of the runway here, so I'll have to do a back taxi here. Ahead and Chillicothe traffic. De Havilland is 0 Kilo Alpha back taxi 17 to parking Chillicothe. There's a few parking spaces there. Hey, they've got the hangars modeled. It looks like those are homes there about 1 o'clock, but those are supposed to be hangars. Expediter taxi here. So unfortunately, since the nasty Rona hit, it closed down. But where I'm going to be showing you guys is there's a little mom and pop restaurant here that you can literally fly in, park, walk across a highway, get yourself something to eat, and be on your merry way soon thereafter. And unfortunately, the Rona, it's like everything else, kind of screwed everything up. I won't get into the politics of that because I'll go off on a rant and. This is not what this is about. This channel's not about politics, but yeah, it was kind of sad. I was really looking forward to getting my pilot's license one day and actually doing that. But anyways, that would be okay. Well, hold on a second. Set parking brake before you start gabbing. Parking brake, and turn that noisy bugger off. There we go. Wings are correction. Mixture lane. Flaps full, retract. So it's not modeled very well, but one of these buildings, you can actually get your lunch. There's a little cafe deal. It would be that particular building that's closest to the highway, and unfortunately, they're not in business anymore. Not that I know. They closed up shop. Unfortunately, it really stinks. But there we are. We are in Chilgwin. We are, let's see here, about 1:40 p.m. We may go get some fuel. I don't know. I'm gonna go grab a bite to eat and have a little walk around. We'll see. We do have enough fuel. We might be okay. I might just let that go for a little while yet. So let's go ahead and do stop engines. So, oops, idle's way too low. There we go. Okay, so parking brake, set carb heat, cold engine at idle speed. Throttles 1000 RPM. Prop full decrease. Mixture idle cutoff. Ignition off. And then we'll turn our radios off. And then fuel selector off. Off, I says. External lights off. And then all switches off. Excellent. Well, thank you everybody for watching for leg 2. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the scenery. There was a lot to see, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Catch us in part 3. We'll be going to, we can possibly blow over Klamath Lake, the Pelican Butte, Mount McLaughlin, possibly Aspen Butte area, and then we'll be making our way back to the ocean. So in the meantime, thank you everybody for watching. Appreciate it. Thank you for flying with me and the Beaver. We'll see you guys soon. Hopefully this wind will die down when we're get going here in the next leg. It's a bit windy still.